Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of Wasteland 3. Our previous episode ended in a bit of an unusual situation because we got a wonderful raid from Sorry BTR and then wound up having a big conversation about gatekeeping in RPGs and stuff. We did note in the episode description at what point that starts. Hopefully nobody was caught off guard by like the last, I think like half hour being about things that were not Wasteland 3, but now we are surely back, and we're going to continue exploring this area here. It is sort of I guess it's the Denver ruins, but this is the sect of people who worship Ronald Reagan as a god president. And we've also made the acquaintance of the, I think they're down here. The Godfishers is what they're called, which seem somehow worse. And then one of the goals for this episode will be to go hopefully talk to the friendly robots that don't have some sort of weird religious cult thing going on, or maybe they do. And right away, sysadmin logs, let's listen to this tape labeled Sister Justice sysadmin logs.
Sysadmin log entry 509, Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Another unexpected proclamation today. Mother Nancy has ordered a full audit of Reagan's neural net to try and isolate the cause. Sysadmin log entry 1821. Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Reagan's behavior is increasingly erratic. He's having conversations with persons only he can see. I fear that I don't have the code craft to make this right. Sysadmin log entry 2403. Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. The God President demanded to speak with Nancy tonight. When we asked which Nancy, he flew into a terrible rage. Had to initiate an emergency shutdown for repairs.
Sysadmin log entry 3314. Testament of Mother Nancy Reliance. This log has reached the end of its usefulness and will be terminated. Effective immediately.
Cruel Corey. Oh, we found a creepy doll. I actually like this one. Look, he's a little wolf guy. So this is going to give plus 5% damage versus animals for, in my experience, everyone in the party, which is great. Junk, chest armor piece, or chest armor mod. Okay, anything else in this area? Well, I certainly want to look at statue and also this clock. I just didn't want to risk interrupting that. A small nameplate describes this clock's time zone as Freedom Standard. Scattered commie remnants regrouped after the Reagan fell. In their madness, they launched nuclear missiles, dooming all of humanity. Okay, and yeah, so one of the downsides to having an episode that ends midway through a thing is that I don't remember at this point what we did and did not touch or talk to. So we're gonna maybe have a little bit of a talk around here. Okay, Terminal 2 of 3, that's right. So I know that we've seen 3 of 3, and one of them we've already done. I actually don't remember where it is near the server room. Terminal 2 of 3, temperature regulation, code 00412764 0004D, all systems within acceptable tolerances. A large handwritten note dominates the top of this terminal, no touching by order of the Nancys. This terminal appears to be regulating CPU temperatures for the Reagan statue, the sacred server room, and other important electronics. Upgrading this terminal will increase the Reagan statue's combat effectiveness. Sabotaging it could damage or destroy the statue. So, I like the investigate options. Without actually committing to this, let's investigate how we could sabotage the system. You spend a few minutes investigating the terminal. Okay, so we're not going to change anything just yet, but it's good to know that Mia could open the case, discreetly pull out a failsafe fuse. All right, and let's step away. Now, until we do all 3 of 3, I'm not sure that anything actually happens, and we've certainly already done 1 of 3.
Partner?
Hi, Bill.
Partner?
The young man gives you his best stoic, steely-eyed nod. Sadly, he looks like he's about to sneeze. Nod back. He nods again, squinting harder. Nod back. He nods again, sweating now. But he doesn't win. I don't think... No, he doesn't win. Your head will fall off if you keep doing that, kid. He turns red and stares down at his polished boots.
Sorry. I was just... That's how you cowboys say hello, right?
Where'd you get an idea like that?
From the others. From the stories they tell. About the rangers and marshals and cowboys. They all just nod and squint and stare right through you. You know, tough. Hard. My name's Bill. I have a stupid question. I know it's stupid, but I gotta ask. I just gotta know.
What is it?
Have any of you seen my ma anywhere? I told you it was a stupid question. How would you know if you saw her? I don't even have a picture of her. I just... you forget I asked.
Okay, your mom's missing since when? You know, you don't need a picture, although that would be helpful. You just describe her. Where was the last time that you saw her? Your mom's missing since when? What happened?
It was about 6 years ago. She had a fight with Mother Nancy. Called her a bunch of things I'd never heard before. They wanted her to become one of those God President Reagan's wives. It's a big honor, but I guess she didn't want it. She said she'd leave before she married a machine. They told her, okay, go, but I couldn't go with her. She left anyway.
Have you ever tried looking for her?
You mean like the stories? Walking the West with a 6-shooter in my hand, saving my mom from engines and cattle barons and railroad men? You think I should do it?
Have you ever stepped outside Gipper territory? Do you know what it's like out there?
Sure I do. I mean, I've never been, but I know all the history. You know, how God President Reagan conquered the West before he was God President. All that.
Reagan conquered the West? I think this is a reference to some of his movies, but I haven't seen a lot of Ronald Reagan movies, so I'm not actually sure.
You don't know? Well, this was back in the bad old days, when the West was overrun by commies all trying to build iron curtains and stop freedom. The God President was still a man back then, before the ascension, but oh boy, was he tough. He had a 6-shooter that fired 7 bullets, and a horse named Ashwater that killed Reds just by looking at him. Anyway, I know the West has gotten worse again since he tamed it back then, but I reckon I can handle it.
Okay. This kid, I mean, maybe he's got some sort of astounding combat skills that just aren't in evidence yet, but this kid's gonna die out there, and I'm not gonna dare him to go out and get himself dead.
You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess it would have been dumb, but it felt right. Like my heart was a locked door, and your words were the key. Yeah. Sorry, Ma.
Okay, you know something? You could, if you wanted to give us some information about your mom, I would keep an eye out for her, but I guess that's not one of the dialogue options that we get today.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think of it as being like very funny to tell this greenhorn that he should go out. Considering that we've died a couple times, that doesn't seem like a great idea. Hello to Mia! Mia, I hope that you're continuing to have a great afternoon. I know that you're on the road, so I very much appreciate the lurk. Reborn, the Reagan shielded his chosen from nuclear fire, leading our ancestors to this place and charged us with restoring the American way of life. Yes, the American way of life involves a lot of worship of a god president. Okay, aside from this, just a lot of... Let me talk to Gipper Mechanic, just in case he can do something for the...
The second coming is coming.
No. All right, and this is Sister Nancy Forge, who I think we spoke to, but I don't remember. I think I remember saying that I wasn't going to buy anything until we get some sort of a discount.
Welcome back, Rangers. What do you need?
Yeah, we definitely spoke to her.
Hey, those commies at the airport have some cute tricks when it comes to repairing both machines and people. Doesn't matter how hard we blast them bots, they always come back in perfect shape. And it's the same with whoever they heal, even godfishers. If you can find out how the bots repair themselves and humans, it would help me a lot. Then I can design weapons to make those repairs impossible. Come through, and I'll give you a discount on my stock and a few supplies to boot.
Oh, wow. We can actually betray the doctor about this. So between episodes, I was looking up, like, what is Wyman? Because that's a Reagan reference that I didn't understand. I know that a lot of the other characters are named, a lot of the God President's wives are all named Nancy after Nancy Reagan. And I vaguely remembered a Nancy Wyman in American politics, but when I looked her up, she doesn't seem to have anything to do with Reagan whatsoever. I have to confess, since looking that up about a week ago, I've now completely forgotten what the answer was. So I now again do not remember why. You know something? Why not look it up again right now? Give me a few seconds, because it didn't take long to find. I think I just put into Google Reagan Wyman. Oh, right. Okay, that's what it was. Yes, so apparently Ronald Reagan had a first wife, which I didn't know, or like that's again, the reason I forgot is that I care so little about this that it just didn't occur to me. But yeah, so I guess Jane Wyman was Ronald Reagan's first wife, so I guess that's the name that people give to people who are, this sect gives to people who are insufficiently deferential to the Reagan AI. They start calling them a Wyman because I guess Jane Wyman wasn't good enough to stay with Ronald Reagan. Well, so here's the thing. The Wyman specifically said, I don't intend to give this data to any of them. And the fact that the Wyman is going to give us like free medical, I can get that from Drienne. So yeah, Mia knew all about this somehow. Jane Wyman. Yeah, of all the various details I've learned about Ronald Reagan, the idea that he had a first wife, I just never knew. Or maybe I did, and I've just forgotten about it multiple times. So I'll tell you what, I like leaning into our skill set, so Drienne is going to lean in here and say, the Wyman promised us healing. If we bring her that same data, can you do better?
Capitalism at its finest. I hate that woman, but I respect the invisible hand of the free market. Here, take an advance on your payment. Find that data.
Wow, she straight up gave us $30 and some ammo. I'm very glad I talked to her a second time because that was great, and now we have extra stuff, including an extra quest. So I think that does it in this area. Yeah. Unless I want to go tinker with the... Hold on, let me just F5 it. Because I know that I can't talk to that locker, but maybe I can talk to this one?
That's private property, partner.
Okay, well, see, I didn't remember what I had or had not done, so that's going to be a quick reload. This is the cost of coming back several days later. The oil that Coloradans depend on for heat and fuel is pumped from the Denver oil field. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to lose a point of reputation. I actually don't personally care very much if the Reagan sect likes me or not, but I don't want to make them not like me because I couldn't remember which statue I clicked on about a week ago. All right, that... Yep, we've already been there, and the Western White House, Statue of Reagan, the oil field, and then, yes, there's the machine commune. Okay, well, I guess we're going to head in that direction, but let's also look down here. So my goal is to sort of get southy. Okay, the fact that the radio just squelched, am I supposed to be concerned about that? Because at least at one point in the game, it did that when you were near a synth. but it also didn't come up and say on screen that the radio is squawking. Well, while we're going along, I'll say that Patikin was on a little bit earlier and did a fun stream of The Division 2. I always love it when he returns to The Division 2 because... Don't know what that sound is. It just reminds me of the good old days of Division Force when that was something that people got together and did very commonly. Okay, I thought that this was like a water puddle. I was like, what an odd design. But no, it's just spray paint. Okay, I think we're going to have Azric... Yep, we're going to have Azric take the lead. And if I just click on this... Wow. Huh. I guess we're going to fight through here. I wasn't really expecting that, but I don't mind killing godfishers. I don't know if I want to fight them, though. Hold on. Yeah, Azric can disarm the tripwires. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's back out of here. But let everybody come, though. I would like to go to the machine commune because I don't expect to get along with the Reaganites or the Godfishers, but for all I know, the robots are going to want to cut some other deal because they seem like pacifists who just want to heal everybody. So maybe if I go around and murder everybody, they will be more upset. Okay, again, really not sure what that sound is. Okay, everybody come out of the detection zone. Yeah. Okay. I don't mind killing the Godfishers. I just, I feel like I probably want to get over to the machine commune first. My thought process is that these people are still going to be here to kill a little bit later. And if I'm wrong, and I lose out on the chance to kill the weird cannibal guys that disembowel people and fly them up in kites... Yeah, these guys are all hostile now. Which I'm fine with. But it does look like if we turn off these fire jets, we might be able to go around this fight. I'll tell you what, if we kill one, we might as well kill all of them. But if I can circumvent this... Okay, did we do it? Wait, I'm sorry. What does this generator do? I'm getting the sense that maybe we interacted with this last time. Oh, I bet it powers that switch. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking that this small little cube was, but I guess that's the switch. So if we power it up, I'm going to F5 it just in case this does something unexpected. There we go. Oh, hold on. Urine in snow. By all means, let's just... Oh, okay. Cheerful. Reminds you of warmer times. I thought we were going to rifle around in that with our bare hands. Okay, now we've unlocked this side passage to Frozen Campsite and the sad, sad end of Captain Greenhands. Cyberfist, it's a utility? Oh, it goes into the utility slot. Melee damage bonus plus 10%. Oh man, how do we get cybernetics from Mia? Okay, a level 10 rocket with some rockets, some ammunition. Yeah, lots of cool stuff on this dude. Not really sure why he's green. Looks like she held out for a while. Must have been a cold, slow, hungry death. Okay, so it definitely seems like there is no way over to the machine commune that doesn't involve getting into a fight with somebody. So, I vote that we actually go back and do the other fight first. Because we know that we want to go there, but yeah, let's go check out East and West Ruins. Just keeping one eye on that. Okay, but everybody come over here. Come on. All right, clearly we're going to have to move this one at a time. So, Azric, why don't you come up here? Nope. Okay, we're just going to have you take a knee right there. Brienne. Knee. Lucia. I'm going to try to keep them back. Well, let me just see if Lucia's going to get noticed. No. She's pretty safe where she is. Marshal Quan. And now, is there anybody left except Mia? No, there's blah blah blah. All right, let's have blah 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 take a knee right around here. Okay, and now it's about to get really loud. And Mia is... Wow, okay, so Mia is actually very low on lives and also way the hell back from everybody else. Oh, and this person hasn't yet noticed that there's a fight happening. Okay, then I'm going to wait for this to happen. This is a musical selection. Let's have Mia come up here, and... Why? Oh, wait, no, how many is this? Okay, we can do this. Yeah, Mia's gonna pop a med hypo. We've got 16 of them, and... Mia used a lot of her movement to get up here. And that's going to be Mia's turn. So now we've got Azaric. Azaric has a 95% chance to see that guy, or to shoot that guy. But also this guy over here who doesn't even know anything's happening. So, before we do this... Yeah. You know something? I'm going to queue up ambush shots for both Azaric and Marshal Quan. I like the idea of them doing some business to these fellows. Oops. So that... I am of mixed feelings about Marshal Quan's electro gun. I love the fact that it blinds. I'm not a big fan that it doesn't do a lot more damage than it does. Is this person in the fight now as well? Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe I should have taken that shot while it was available. Okay, I guess the Gippers are going to charge in. I really wasn't expecting any help from them. Okay. Alright. Usually like leading with Mia wherever possible. This guy has 6 armor, which isn't that much. So I think going with Dental Pick is going to be our weapon of choice. Alright, let's hit this. Got that. And that... Well, it's not necessarily Mia's turn, because if Drienne uses Rally, then I think they can... Oh, Holly's there, that's why. Yeah, Drienne, go ahead and do Rally. Hold on. Let's do Rally. Followed by maybe a Demoralize. I like that because it's gonna... Oh, look, because they're on different planes, we don't get all of them. Interesting that it applies like a little bit of a line of sight deal. Okay, well, I'd rather have these 2 guys than just the 1 person up there. Okay, did you do it? There we go. Okay. Now, somehow Mia did not get any benefit from Drienne's rally? Is that a line of sight thing? I thought that the range on it was pretty wide. But yeah, that's it for Mia. I guess we could move Mia, and we might do that, but let me just see what else we've got here. Yeah, no shot on those guys. This person up here has a very low chance to hit, and then that target is blocked. Okay. Boy, if we move here, we've got a relatively good shot on 1 guy. Yeah, I feel like this shot right here, if we move blah 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 right here, this is our best shot. Yeah, we can mess up everybody in this field real good from here. Oh, real good! Wow. Okay, I don't know what that flame jet was, or why Mia's on fire, but whatever. She's had worse. Okay, and blah, blah, blah. Let's have you carry your points over, I think. Okay, hold on. We're running out of guys that are near Azaric, so let's just see. Can we shoot anybody with Azaric? No. And not moving doesn't feel super feasible. But there's nowhere else I want him to be, so we're going to set Azaric up for an ambush shot. Brienne has pretty much expended everything that they can do for this round, so I'd say let's take a prepare and carry over those 2 points. The Kodiak is hell and gone back here. I don't even think we're going to worry about trying to bother with that. Let's... Okay, we can get a little bit of cover here. If we move here... Oh, not actually a bad shot from here. Yeah, he's got a 2/3 shot on either of these guys. This person here would be flanking him, so I think that that would be our prime target, and that is more than 5 squares, so his first attack is free of charge. And we found a hidden door as well. That might come in handy. Let's switch back to our... Boy, then again, so we can't kill him. Maybe it's smarter to go for the blinding shot. Let's do this. Free shot, please. Okay, that guy's blinded, and unless he's got a grenade, that looks a lot like a rifle to me. So now we've got our actual shot. Let's see if we can blind this fellow too. That was me clicking though. All right, man, even glancing hits off this thing. I didn't think, I sort of misunderstood. With only a 25% chance to apply blinded, you wouldn't think it would happen as often that it does, but he fires multiple shots, and I guess that's the benefit to it. We're going to have him get dodgy. So now we are down to Lucia, and Lucia I feel like we can be a little more adventurous with, based on the fact that she has... Yeah, we can't really get up there. They are blinded, so... Yeah, you know, why do we even have her with us if we're not going to take these shots? I don't think that going for the trick shot is going to work since we don't have the highest percentage here. Yeah, let's take this shot. Two out of 3 times she'll hit. And that was one of those times. All right. And you can, based on the position, I'm going to say go ahead and prepare. Let's save those 2 points. Kodiak? No, you're good. Yeah, let's just have you... Well, I guess we can move Kodiak up. There's no reason not to move him. Hello to Haseo! Haseo, I hope you had a great weekend. Gosh, you were playing... You know what? Let's solve this with a quick shout-out. Let me just do this here real quick. And we'll do... Mr. Haseo... Ryu. And let's also do more than Mia as well. Yeah, that's what it was. So Haseo was playing Watch Dogs 2, and I think that you were recently playing and maybe even finishing Watch Dogs 1. Watch Dogs 2 is a very good game. I hope that you are enjoying it nearly as much as I did. I will say that I felt like it took a while to get going, but yeah, that's a lot of Mia being on fire. And that was Azric's response shot. Azric did 2,000 points of damage to that dude. And then he got a free shot because of his perk. Oh, Haseo was saying that this is his second time playing it. Yeah, Watch Dogs 2 is a very good game. Even more... Well, I don't want to say more than the first. One thing that is true for me about both of the Watch Dogs games is that you don't see the best of them when they start. Sometimes a game will do what Giant Bomb once termed as an abilities, where they will start you partway into the story and everything's awesome and you sort of know what you're building towards. Neither Watch Dogs game does that, so it takes a while to see them at their best. They expect you to invest in them before they will sort of like reward that with all of the awesome stuff that comes down the line. But I like both Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2 for rather different reasons. They have a very different flavor, a different tone, and I thought that both of them were very good. Yes, so what is the deal with this person? I don't know what the teeth there mean. Righteous Fury burns below the surface. When below 50% constitution, which they're having right now, gains +4 AP, 100 double armor, and double damage. Okay, so we need to stop Godfisher Penitent from getting anything done. In that case, what I would like to have happen is I would like Drienne to make this person bleed, so that then Mia gets a... Yeah, hold on. Gets an automatic critical hit. So we're going to do the Shredder shot. That requires 4 APs. And we can safely move here and still do it. So, Shredder shot. Just get him bleeding. That's what we need. Perfect. Alright, and... Is Drienne currently being flanked? Yes, they are. So, Drienne is actually going to pull back behind this cover. And then that will be their turn. So Blah really dominates against targets that are higher than he is. That's not an actual perk, it's just something that I've noticed. However, we can fight this person on even terms, I feel like. Why don't you grab the high ground? Also, just run through that trap, which I did know was there, and now Lucy is down. Because of course she is. Hello to Grumpy! Grumpy, I hope that you continue to have a great weekend and have had an easy entrance into the work week. Damn it. Oh, blah, you were so close. Okay, not a problem. Given the proximity, I think that we are going to have blah defend. Okay. Marshall Kwan could get Lucia Wesson back up, but I'm afraid that she would just get killed again. So we are instead going to focus on... Well, I'll tell you what. Mia hasn't had a chance to take her swing. Oh, nuts! Remind me, this is a blunt weapon, isn't it? Hold on a second. I know that we can't switch it out. That is a blunt weapon. Okay. Yeah, we have to put her her clown mallet back on. But with this blunt weapon, she does still get the guaranteed critical. Okay, and we can do one more, right? Done. Okay. Godfisher Harvester is not below 50% health. Not yet, sorry. Yeah, so we actually have a lot of reason, it turns out, not to do partial damage to this guy. Boy, they are not shy about having lots of guys to fight. Okay, where's Azric again? Azric is way back here. Well, Azric pulled off a super unlikely shot in the last turn and then got a second one, so we're going to keep Azric in snipey mode. Hello to Devin the Nugget. Wow, Devin, I've been thinking about you in recent weeks. I hope you've been well. It's been a while since I've been to the stream. Feels good. I am very glad that you're here. Devin used to come in with all sorts of interesting, like, conversation starters. And for clarity, Devin, do not feel the need to like, do that. Like, you don't have to have a thing. You're always welcome. But I remember the very first time that you ever came in, you asked, like, seemingly randomly, is this a cult? And I wasn't sure what that meant, so I said, I don't think so. I think people just like to hang out. And since then, like, I don't know, I remember you coming around, and it's just great to have you back again. So we are playing some Wasteland 3, and we are fighting these Godfishers, and I promise that I'm not procrastinating. I'm just trying to decide what is my best solution here. So I feel like this person's going to bleed out on their turn, even if they do get a shot off. So maybe I want to try to blind this person. Okay, blinding successful. And I'll tell you what, let's switch to his actual damage dealing gun and go for an ambush shot. Okay, and Kodiak, yeah, Kodiak is just not going to be relevant here in this realm. Okay, why do you not move? There we go. I don't know that Kodiak can go that much farther without starting to smash things up that don't really belong to me. Dev the Nugget says, well, don't you know how to make somebody feel good? Hot damn. Well, no, seriously, I'm glad to see you, and I hope that you've had a nice winter. And that was my thing, having good convos. I can't just turn it off. Well, we're always up for good conversation. Mia has 6 more points, but that's not enough to get into murder range. So here's what we're going to do. Mia's going to come back slightly, and... oh, she actually got a... man, she got a lucky strike. Well, we're going to have Mia defend. And that's because what we want is for Mia to not take too much more damage before Drienne has a chance to lay down a medic pack. Nice shot from Azaric. Okay, they dropped below 50%, so now they're going to do... actually, not much of anything. Okay, I'm just keeping an eye... okay, is Drienne frozen? I'm not sure if Drienne is frozen or slowed. Devin says, thanks for asking... did that person die? Yes, they did. I've been good, working and stuff. Hope you've been the same. Definitely working and stuff, but yeah, on the whole, doing okay. You know, as with everything, sometimes life can feel stressful, and you're like, oh man. But ultimately, okay. You know, doing okay. Let's heal Mia. Dren is an amazing medic. So Mia was on fire before. She is no longer on fire. Even if she was, she wouldn't have that much to worry about. Now, I don't know that there's anything that I can do to save Mia from being frozen. Also, but because Mia gets like 2 more turns of getting 1/3 of her lives back, I think it's our best possible time to try to push forward and draw as much fire as possible. So Mia's going to charge all the way up here. Probably switch back to her dental pick. I don't know why it just went over there. Oh, that used all of Mia's constitution. Okay. Is it time for Azaric to relocate? Because, I mean, probably. Yeah, let's have Blobbly Block come around here and... maybe flank? Okay, yeah, that person is there. Blobbly Block, let's push up here a little bit more. Okay, and then I like the fact of getting Azaric, or the idea of getting Azaric up high. We could also just have him push through this door. Yeah, Azaric, pick this lock. Caroluna, thank you so much for the raid, and hello to everybody coming in. We are playing some Wasteland 3. I would have loved to continue watching Caroluna play SnowRunner. Caroluna has a way of just making me want to play the game that he is playing. But this was going to be the time that we had to stream. So hello to Caroluna, hello to Intertooth. We are currently... pardon me, I'm hiccuping. Here in the world of Wasteland 3, we are in a battle against the Godfishers. Godfishers are a religious sect that, for some reason, believe that they can attract the favor of God by finding non-believers, removing their arms and legs, and then flying them up into a kite, like up into the sky. And I guess they are trying to attract God's attention. If that sounds like not a very friendly disposition, yes, that's why we are fighting them. Devin the Nugget says, adulting nowadays is wild. Haven't had time to play anything myself, however. I did see the PlayStation State of Play, and I'm excited. Are there any games that you are excited for? So, I did not see State of Play, but I very much want to know what Stray is like. Stray is about playing a cat in the post-apocalypse, which... this is a post-apocalyptic game, so I'm a big fan of that. They could subtitle Insomniac's Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Auspicious Angel sucks ass, and I would still want to play it. So, like, they've already got me there. They don't have to worry about that. Oh, like, what State of Play would have shown me are things that I'm already excited for and already intending to play. With examples being that Spider-Man game, God of War Ragnarok. I don't know if they would have shown off anything about The Quarry, but I would certainly want to play that. Azric got a free move, by the way, so we're going to have Azric pop up here and actually grab some high cover. And then he can save his last point. I have not forgotten that Lucy is on the ground. I'm hoping to save this battle. I can't believe we triggered that line. Carolina says, that sounds just logical. Is that the part about, like, always want to play what you're playing? Carolina, like... And Sam Lander does the same thing, like, where he's just an incredibly good salesman for Farm Simulator. Let's see, anything else? Okay, so not necessarily from State of Play. I will be very curious to see more of Starfield. I do not know if we're going to see that this year at all. Yeah, I'm going to say let's have... Wait, we can't do this with Drienne. Yeah, Drienne already did their heal and is frozen, so we're going to have them prepare the point such that they can. And Marshal Quan. Yeah, let's get Lucia up, because you happen to be close enough to do that. So Lucia now has a shattered shoulder, which means less critical damage and less throwing range. As injuries go, that's actually not very bad for her. So we're not going to sweat that too much, and I'm glad to have her back on the team. Oh, the religious guys we were just talking about. Yeah, these guys suck. Let's... Okay, yeah, I don't have enough points to do that. Also, by the way, this is a brand new musical score for this game. None of the previous fights have had this particular hymnal going on, nor is this music that I chose. This is actually from the game. Okay, let's just take one look. Lucia, I would like you to use a med hypo, I think. Yeah, let's not have you go down twice right away. Okay. Stupid Kodiak. Okay, we're gonna continue to try to move up here. If Reagan kills us for, like, mowing down his sandbags, so be it. Yeah, Frozen sucks because it makes you vulnerable. Gosh darn it. But it doesn't kill you. Alright. Thank God for our NPC companions. Okay, the hero squad here is deploying their turrets to areas that they can't possibly be of any good, so thanks for that. Devin the Nugget saying, Stray definitely spiked my interest. That definitely seems like a title I just can't wait for. Awesome. It definitely gives off indie vibes in the sense that it gives off the feeling that games like Little Nightmare gave off. Very indie, very in-depth, and a lot of love put in by good people. Yeah, someday, you know what's another game that description reminds me of? Remember that game Unraveled? I remember when that game got shown off, like, the guy who showed it off at E3 was so earnest. Like, he was so nervous that he wanted people to like his game, and that was really charming. And I guess the trouble is that when Unraveled came out, it sort of got middling reviews, so I never wound up checking it out. But it's been out for a while now. I bet it would be fairly inexpensive now. So Azric's only got a 54% chance to hit Godfisher Watcher. But if we set him up for an ambush shot, I think that with his number of action points, that'll jump well up to maximum capability. Devin the Nugget continues, in recent months, however, I've started to become a huge Warhammer 40k fan, and the game just exacerbated that growing love. Are you a fan of Warhammer yourself? So I have played one Warhammer game to a ludicrous degree. I have hundreds of hours in Dawn of War 2. That is a real-time strategy game with an extremely addictive multiplayer mode called Last Stand that is available on the PC, and a really good campaign, like a really good story-based campaign with like some morality choices and stuff. It is a great game. We're gonna bring Drienne up here and try to set up for an ambush shot if they get an opportunity to take one. Hopefully they won't need it, because I would like blah 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 to... What's our best shot? Our best shot is right here, 82%. Sorry, I did play one other Warhammer game. It was by the same developer. So Relic did the... Okay. I don't know why it went black, except maybe the NPCs went back to whatever they were doing. It kind of looks that way. All right, let's clean up. And we will weigh whether or not to use an injury kit on Lucia. I kind of don't think that I will. But Relic did a 3D action game called Space Marine. I think that's all it was called. You know, I don't remember if it had a subtitle of some kind. Yo, Mia, what is this? Okay, I don't know why I can't interact with that. Bone charm, and then we've got some bullets. Ear necklace, yeah. Hold on. This is why I wanted to kill these guys. Godfishers collect these grisly trophies for every unbeliever they harvest. They also go great with a bit of tartar sauce. Ugh. Okay, we've got some hair rope. Godfishers use every part of their prey, often a way to capture more prey. Now here we go. A nice submachine gun. I don't know that we're going to make use of this anytime soon, but I do enjoy getting that. And then we've got some more ear necklaces and hair ropes. Here's an injury kit. And a focusing crystal. Awesome. Okay. I did not care for Space Marine nearly as much. Tonally, like, I know what they were going for. Like, Space Marines never take cover. They just press forward. You get your health back by doing these execution kills. This was before 2016's Doom, by the way. And you could see, although they were from very different developers, sort of a similar DNA about all action all the time, keep pressing. But it just sort of wore thin, for me, that Space Marine game, well before the end of it. Now, Devin, one game that I'm very much looking forward to trying and have decided to hold off on because it appears to still be an active rebalancing mode. There's a Warhammer 40k game that just came out that bears a striking resemblance to the combat in this game, as well as that of XCOM, as well as that of Gears Tactics. And right at the moment, there's so many Warhammer 40k games that I can't tell one from the other. There's so many, like we were talking about this in a recent stream, and all the titles sort of blur together. But it's called like Chaos Warriors, Chaos Hunters, something like that. It's a top-down strategy game similar to this. That game looks really good, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that in a short amount of time, give it, you know, maybe a few months, that will be patched into a point of like greater balance and stability. That one I'm really excited for. We're going to listen to a cassette tape just after I read what Cara Luna said. I hope they don't continue with that music in later fights. It's not my kind of music at all. Not a fan either, but Cara Luna, you also came in after the lyrics, which were worse. Hundreds of hours is not ludicrous. It is for like that, like, Dawn of War 2 is a very good game that I enjoy. Every time I look at like the number of hours, I'm like taken aback a little bit because I played so much of that Last Stand mode. It was very fun. Grumpy saying Unravel was awesome. I remember the reviews for it were like, it's okay, it's pretty good, and I'm not like, that's not me dumping on it. I'm just explaining like the overall tone that I saw from it, and I got the same sort of vibe from Unravel 2, but I would very much like to play both of them. I was just like, I will visit these on like a lower, you know, when they come, as the price drops naturally over time. and Inner Truth is saying, who puts hundreds of hours into one game, right? Yeah, if anybody here doesn't get the joke, it is Cara Luna, Inner Tooth, Mia, me. Like, there's plenty of games that we have hundreds of hours on. Like, you guys, my I've said this in the past, my count in Stellaris is not even remotely accurate. You could triple the time that you see in Solaris because of all the hours that have been played in offline mode. Let's listen to the cassette tape. Why did it not play? I have no idea. Let's go to the archive. Oh dear. Shoot. Did anybody happen to take note about what that was called? Oh no. Why did it not play? Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm actually going to look back at our own stream. Sorry, because I want to hear what the tape said, but let me just mute this real quick. I'm actually going to roll back our own stream a few moments so that I can see what it said. Carolina asked which one. Intertooth said all of them. Oh, nerds, you can't do it from here. Okay, no, I got this. I got this. Let's go to here and here. No. Play it. Is this not a thing you can do? No, you can definitely do this. I know because I've done this on Mia's stream. Let me go back here and videos, and we're gonna watch the video of the broadcast that we're currently doing. Not featured, past broadcast. Here's the current broadcast. So it's muted, so we're not gonna get, yeah, okay, let me just roll it back. Play the tape. What came before? There we go. Okay, so now I can close that. The name of the tape was What Came Before. Sorry, everybody. There's not been any previous circumstance where it did not automatically start playing. Play cassette. Okay, apparently this cassette wasn't actually recorded. Let me just make sure that it hasn't completely broken. Okay, what's happening? Why is it not playing any of the cassettes now? Hold on a second. This is weird. Archive. A new well. Okay, I might restart the game because that's odd. Alright, nothing like this has happened before. Let me... We're just gonna give a once around. Oh, sure, we'll just live on the edge of the poison cloud. I do want to read what Devin the Nugget said. Sorry, we're getting a little bit distracted here by the... Does anybody know what that beeping is? Okay, something weird is happening in the game. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw down a different save, because it's getting weird. Let's throw down a new save for Denver Ruins. And I'm going to restart the game here real quick. Let's go to exit to desktop. Intertooth is also voting for the save and reload. Yeah, let's go back in. Okay, and let me just, because Devin had typed up something and I wanted to read it while this is reloading here. Let me just roll this back. I resonate with what you said. I'm a sucker for games with great story, but Warhammer, like you said, has so many titles to it. Warhammer is such an extensive lore, and it's an insane community. And while the community can be intense, it's beautiful. I love it. Watching you for a while, you do love strategy games, and you said XCOM is great. Are you excited for the Marvel title shown a while ago with the same game structure as XCOM? Even more, are you a Marvel fan? Yes to both. Yes to all of the topics raised there. For a strategy game to be good, it has to have interesting decision making. It can't be too easy. You don't want it to be too hard, but the idea of taking either canonical Marvel heroes or create your own Marvel heroes into a city and doing like superhero fights in a tactical strategy game, that sounds awesome. Like, I know the game that you're thinking of. I don't remember what it's called right now. I have very, very high hopes for it, but we will see what it is. We'll see what it actually comes out with. Okay, so quickly, let's see. I don't know or care what that beeping is. Maybe that beep is why the tapes aren't playing. Maybe that, like, audio cue is overriding it. But let's go to archive. And let's go to what came before.
You ever wonder about the world before the bombs fell? Like, what it took to survive back then?
It's a different kind of place for sure. For one thing, it was blazing hot. If you didn't wear special suits, you'd get sun poisoning and die.
The sun wasn't even the worst part. It was the water. If you drank too much pure water, you'd dissolve.
That's why you had to cut it with a little uranium dust first. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, times were harder then.
Ain't that the truth?
So, fun fact, if you can, like, get... It is not good to drink too much water. I don't think it matters too much about the pure water. Hold on, let's return to game. I don't know what that sound is. Okay, let's get away from the weird alarm. And we're going to continue to loot from this area. Bone charm, yep. This game has all sorts of, like, subtle audio cues that it's like, I don't know what it's trying to cue me to know or understand. I see that person back there. Now, that said, like, Firaxis is a studio that's known for doing strategy games. They do the Civilization games. They did, Beyond Earth. They've done both of the modern XCOM games. And even then, even as good as that, like, previous XCOM game was, it was, like it had some strategic holes in it, I would say, where the best strategy was always get your satellites up. Satellites, because once you have the income, then you can go forward from there. And it was only in XCOM 2 that I feel like they put together a product where there is no one set strategy to do well in XCOM 2, and you're always on your heels. You're always on your back foot. You have to react to what you need at the moment, and it's very difficult and even dangerous to try to plan too far ahead. It's a brilliant design, and I adore XCOM 2. And my concern is that when you have a comparatively young studio that doesn't have that backdrop of doing strategy games, that might... It will be easy for that Marvel game to fail along a few different axes. I very much want it to be good, but it can be hit or miss, and even the best studio can put together something that it turns out is just very easy to game in some way. Oh, and by the way, Intertooth and Caroluna are comparing, like, time spent in game. Caroluna says that Farming Sim 2013, he has, about... Oh, sorry. In Farming Sim 2013, 15, 17, 19, and 22 combined, it comes out to about 7,450 hours, if you add them all up. And hello to Markintosh! I have no business with woman in white, also woman who is blue. The woman doesn't say anything as you approach. She is dressed in thin cloth, her feet are bare. She does have a similar pallor to, Clone, doesn't she? Yeah. Same blue skin. Let's observe her first. We can always disrupt her later. She doesn't move or appear to notice you. Her breathing is strange and shallow. She hasn't blinked since you arrived. Well, we're not going to attack her for no reason. Let's address her. The only response is the noise of the wind moving through the blast crater. The woman doesn't acknowledge you. Do you need any help? The woman doesn't acknowledge you. Give us some kind of sign if you can understand us. No acknowledgement. This person doesn't appear to be in distress. I can think of no reason to continue pressing this, but maybe we'll just, yeah, she could be deaf. Like, I don't know. Let's tap her on the shoulder. As you move to touch the woman, a wind kicks up, howling across the open crater. Tiny slivers of frost whip at your faces, momentarily blinding you. Okay. and now everyone has the chills. Which translates into a reduction in all damage bonuses. Okay. Well, I'm not reloading that because, you know, fair's fair. Okay, I don't... Okay, that was Lucia. Lucia, stop doing that. Blah, blah, blah. I have an idea. Can you come up here with your flamethrower? Oh boy. Okay. We're committed now, so let's reload. Critical hit. Okay. Mia. Another tape. So, let's hear if it plays this time, and just in case it doesn't, it is mourning the music.
Man, I've been thinking, you know what the biggest tragedy of the apocalypse was? The music. Oh, yeah, absolutely. What a waste. Like jazz, for example. It was amazing, and now it's dead forever. Oh, yeah, totally passe. I mean, the Wasterpunk is played with a theremin. You probably never heard of it. What? No, I mean, forget it, fucking hipster.
Okay, we just found a recipe for something called a boom mace. It's a melee weapon with an explosive at the end. I think we all know who wants to make use of that. Devin is saying, and Intertooth is also saying that pure H2O will kill you, but, like, first of all, you'd have to have a lot of it, right? So here's the danger from pure water. You have water in your cells, and the water in your cells will react to its surroundings, and also like salts and electrolytes, basically, salts. So if you were to bathe yourself entirely in completely pure water, all of the electrolytes, I believe, would sort of like leave your cells to go into the pure water, and that could be extremely dangerous. But like if you just drink some purified water, I don't think that like if you have a glass of it, am I mistaken about this? Like, you don't die from just having purified water, like 100% pure water. I think you'd have to have a bunch of it, wouldn't you? Like a lot? I'm sincerely open to information about this. Also, Caroluna said that Total Annihilation is up there for him. Same here. That and Supreme Commander. But only the first Supreme Commander. Whoop. So, we've got a problem. Everybody is injured. Do I want to go pay... We're not going back to Ranger HQ. However, I think I might go back and get some medical care. How many injury kits do I actually have? Before I read, I want to see what Devin had said. But how many medical injury kits do I have? I've got 17. I'd have to use 6 of them just to get out of here. If it was one, like when it was just Lucia and her like shattered shoulder, I was going to just use one and we would keep going. Here, I think we're actually going to go back and get some medical attention. And like I said, we're not reloading. I made my decision with the mysterious woman in white.
Just gotta pray harder.
Yeah, I think we're heading in here. Devin says... Oh, and also, Markintosh said that he just rage quit Hard Space Shipbreaker. I'm very interested in the story. Markintosh, earlier today, without going too in-depth, I tried to be very clever, wound up blasting an active radiation filter back into my own face. Then when I tried to leave the chamber, the act of activating the airlock electrified the loose radiation, and it cooked a third of the ship. I lost so much salvage and spent the next couple of days just cleaning up. And I didn't reload or anything. I just kept forward from there. So, but I'm very interested to hear the rage quit story. Okay, this is actually the weapon person. I want the medical person, who I think is back here. Yeah, I did what I did, and we're gonna pay some cash to the very, very drunk doctor. Drienne, can you negotiate this for us?
Huh. You ain't dead yet. So that's something.
Can you patch us up?
Sure, but this ain't a charity.
$25. It's a fair price. Yep. Okay.
Hold still.
Again, I wouldn't pay this if 1 or 2 people had an injury, but here everybody gets healed. Everybody gets their injuries removed. Yep. We're good. Okay. And now, back to the fight. Let's come all the way back down here. Sorry, there's Reagan. So we're going up this way. Devin says, with what you raised, is there's a very easy pitfall you think these strategy games fall into and that future games should avoid. I mean, you bring up how you... In XCOM 1, you only had one real winning strategy. More that there was one, like, super dominant strategy. Like, it takes a lot of the decision-making out of the strategic layer for XCOM 1. It doesn't make the game unplayable. It just... I don't feel, and maybe others that are better at XCOM 2 have found that there is, but my experience with XCOM 2 is that there's no one locked way that you are going to spend the first third of that game. And I love that feeling of uncertainty, that you just never know what you're going to get. There's enough, like, random rolls of the dice that it can be very, very rewarding when you navigate it successfully. But he continues to say... which was then improved in XCOM 2, what are some other things that could really hinder the upcoming Marvel game in your eyes? This is going to be very abstract, I think, but an over-dogged reliance on slotting the available characters into popular tropes. In other words, like, no one is going to expect Wolverine to go with an intelligence build, but if there's only one linear set of progression for the characters, I feel like that's going to be needlessly limiting. Now, even as I say that, in XCOM 2, you've got, 4 primary classes, plus a couple others that I'm trying to remember if they got added in DLCs or wherever they got. But then you've got some unique weapons that you can put in there. Each of the classes has a different skill tree, and you can randomize that further. So all of the characters over time start feeling very, very different, even if that variety isn't going to be immediately apparent. So it's not that they have to have like 100,000 dudes. That said, I would love, and I mean love, a game, Marvel themed or not, that had a bunch of similarities for... Sorry, go, Mia, get up there. Okay. I knew we were getting spotted. Devin the Nugget, or anybody in chat, have you ever played Freedom Force or Freedom Force versus the Third Reich? Those games are so cool. That was a top-down strategy game with a 3D camera like this, except it took place in real time, and it was a superhero. It was a superhero strategy game, and it was so awesome, and all of the characters were unique characters. It was their own sort of like Stanley universe between like Ken Levine, I think that he was one of the lead designers, and he had like a co-creator. That game was awesome, and it was awesome in spite of the fact that it didn't have any existing license. They could do that all over again. Like, I'll tell you this, Devin, if instead of this Marvel game they announced Freedom Force 3, I would actually be more excited for that, personally. Devin the Nugget says, I apologize if I worded that weird. I lost my train of thought watching the stream, but I wanted to try to get the point across. Oh yeah, no, I follow. At least I feel like I do. Sorry, let me try to make a move here. Blah 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 is a ways back, and we can afford to switch him out to his machine gun, I feel like. But he is... Yeah, he's too low, is the trouble. So... Boy, he actually can't move up high enough to see any of these guys. Okay, so we need to move either Mia... Everybody who can take a shot is way far back. Okay, here's what happens next. Mia, we need you to basically clear the ramp. So... Let's have Mia... Yeah, hold on, it's 3 AP to go there and 4 AP to go here. If we go here, I think Mia gets 2 full swings with her dental pick, which actually makes for 3 full swings. So let's do that. 1, and if he hits here, she gets a 3rd swipe. Yep. Okay. Now Blah can get up here. So we're not going to worry too much about taking cover with Blah. That's not really his strong suit. But what I would like to do is set up suppressing fire. So that has a nice wide range, but we do need to save 5 APs for it. So if we come here, yep, he'll have 6 left over. Right? I'm doing this correctly. Yep. No, this is not close enough to do a flamethrower strike, is it? No, we only hit 2 of them. Let's do the suppressing fire. And he will dodge for his final step. And that brings us to Marshal Quan. Marshal Quan, again, if he moves 5 squares or more, he gets a Stormer bonus. Yeah, let's see if this is 5 or more. I don't really feel like counting. And it is. Awesome. So, when in doubt, kill the guys that can be killed. Or, you know what? I take it back. Blind the guys that can be blinded. Yeah, let's see if we can blind this fellow. Awesome. And he gets another shot with it. So, do any of these guys have a lot of armor? Armor is 7, 6, and 7. So not too bad. Not too bad on the armor. Let's take a precision strike against this enemy. And we can't kill him, right? But we can mess him up real good. Yeah, he's a melee character, so I would like to reduce his speed so that he can't close on us. And that is it for him. Let's defend.
The heathens are exposed!
Sorry, just keeping eyes on where this goes. Markintosh is saying, I don't know how much, but you can drink a little bit of pure water. And then further says, I encountered what seems to be a rare but known bug. Oh no, where I couldn't interact with the kiosk to buy oxygen, which I was running out of, and neither could I end the shift. Okay, that would really piss me off because there's like financial penalties in that game. It's all video game cash, but that would make me very angry. And I abandoned the shift before I died. Okay, well at least you got out of it. That is, I'm sorry, I've not encountered that bug. Is there any information, Markintosh, on how to avoid it? Okay. I would like to do the following things. And I also want to read what Devin said. Let's bring Drienne up here. We're going to use a medic kit on Mia, because she took a pretty good hit there. Mia's basically unkillable as long as Drienne is nearby to heal her up. So then we've got Demoralize. And Demoralize would go real well right here, where we could hit 3 guys, or right here we could hit these 3 guys. And since 2 of them have taken no damage, and one of them seems to be like a boss with 612 points. Okay, just a quick pause. Devin's saying, if I understand correctly, your body always tries to stay in equilibrium, and that's why we have things like homeostasis. Our body makes us sweat when our body is hot, and we shiver when we're cold. Osmosis, if I'm correct, is your cells balancing the pH of them. So if you bathe in pure water, then yes, it would be bad, I think. Oh yeah, I think it causes like your cells to rupture or something like that, because I had a biology teacher, chemistry teacher, I forget which, that like walked us through this, and I think that like your cell walls would start bursting over time. But for clarity, it is not that you get into a bath of pure water and you just instantly die. It would still take some time. It's not good for you. It is dangerous, but like it has to be like very pure water. Because the liquid would leave the cell to balance the water on the inside and outside of the cell, but I could be super wrong. Killen is saying, speaking of XCOM, is it necessary to complete the first one before you do the second one? No. No. Yeah, like, Carolina, I'm weighing how much to say. It is not necessary. The first XCOM is a good game. The first XCOM is only it is only put into perspective in terms of a quality of a game because the second one knocked it out of the park. But no, you could absolutely safely skip the XCOM Enemy Within with that expansion, which was very good, by the way, in favor of just playing XCOM 2. Okay, sorry, I am thinking about what to do. I like the idea of lighting everyone on fire, and everyone is really gathered together in a way that would make that easy to do. If we fired it here, that would hit these three guys and really mess up Godfisher Harvester. The only thing better than that is these guys. Yeah, so I'm going to fire over here because at least two of these guys have a lot more hit points, so the more that we start diminishing through damage over time, the better. Okay, everyone's on fire. Can we also take a shot with your machine gun? We sure can, but not a lot of great ones. Okay, let's shoot at this guy because we've got a 71% chance to hit with 9 shots. Awesome! He's on fire and bleeding. I don't know what he's going to do on his turn, but it will be his last turn. Oh, and wait, blah, 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 got a free attack with that. Huh. Boy. Okay, you know what? If we can, I'm going to switch back to the... No, we can't use the flamethrower again. That was our... Like, we'd have to reload. Not necessarily the biggest deal, though. Okay, let's get behind cover, then. And what we're going to do is reload the flamethrower. Because who knows what else is coming up. Yep, we can't do that. So we're going to prepare with his last 2 points. Markintosh says, I've only found posts from 2 years ago. One of them said that if you encounter the bug, you can temporarily fix it by equipping the split saw, which I didn't try, so I can't confirm that it works. Markintosh, if I ever hit that, I will keep that in mind. The nice thing about Hardspace Shipbreaker is that the gameplay loop is 15 minutes, so you're never going to lose more than that on a lost shift. But I agree with you. Very few things will make me less interested in continuing with a game than losing progress. That is very frustrating to be playing along and not knowing if it's gonna count or not. So what I want to do is I want to get a flanking shot on this guy, and here's why. Blinded, blinded and bleeding, burning and bleeding, burning. So this guy is like, has the highest hit points and also has a bunch going on. It doesn't have nearly as much going on. Let's see if we can blind him. There's our free strike, and now we're just going to shoot him with regular old bullets. Okay. Lucia. I think, here's what I think. I think that we're going to try for a trick shot on this guy, because he's close. 90%. Yep. Yes, 90% shot on this guy. Fantastic. Okay, now, Lucia, what can you give us with your precision shot? Nothing without moving. Okay, not a problem. Let's move Lucia. We have to keep Lucia behind cover. She always gets hit. Yes, okay. We just move up a little bit. And now take your precision shot here. So, this guy is... Hold on. He's already slowed. Now I'd like to reduce the amount of damage that he can do if he does land a hit. So we're going to target this guy's arms. 50%, 30, oh, it's only a 30% chance to reduce the target's damage. Maybe we should just shoot him in the head then, huh? Because that's a 50% chance to do a lot more damage. Let me just double check what weapon I'm using. Yeah, wrong weapon. Okay. This guy doesn't have any armor to speak of, really. Okay, let's try to shoot him in the head. Okay, we didn't get the critical damage, but it's no big thing. Okay, Mia is on healing right now. This guy's blinded, but otherwise has nothing else happening for him. So I vote... Oh, wait. Doesn't Mia have some, like, bleeding strike? Yeah, does double damage against targets that are burning. Okay. Sir? Welcome to Bleeding Strike Town. God damn it. So, now this person is bleeding as well. And Mia also has Thundering Strike. Can we do Thundering Strike on this guy? We cannot. It's too far away. Okay, in that case, let's just do a regular smack. And now can we get there? We cannot. But if we can, anytime we can have them attacking Mia, it is for the best. Because Mia has 1,000,000 hit points and lots of armor. Okay. Azaric, I just want you to ambush. Because again, if he kills his target on an ambush, he gets a free strike. That's 1 death. That's 2 deaths. 1 more. Hat trick. Oh! Shot. Oh! Hold on, they're doing a bang-up job. Stop. Okay, we're gonna test this right now, you guys. Because if anything that has happened on stream is worthy of a moment, that was it. So we're gonna do moment. Come on. No, it's not. It is not unrecognized. Why is this so difficult? Emote attribution. Maybe we can't do moment. I really thought that had been unlocked. Can we do a clip? No, we can't. Arrgh. Okay, I guess that's it. Hold on, give me 5 seconds here. I just want to see if we can possibly do this. Clip that. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant, though. Manager poll. Chat history. Ad breaks. Okay, yeah, I actually don't see it in here. Maybe that was a temporary thing. Maybe it just hasn't been unlocked yet. Okay, I really wanted to clip Azric's hat trick. That would have been a great moment, but we didn't get it. So if anybody missed it, we picked up a perk for Azric that every time he kills his target on an ambush shot, it's a free attack, basically until he runs out of ammunition. He killed this guy, he killed this guy, he killed a guy that wasn't even on the map. Look, there's his body. And then he just barely missed this shot. So that's what I was enjoying, and that's what I wanted to make into a moment. Azric apparently has domination over the entire field from exactly where he is, so I see absolutely no reason not to have him set up another ambush shot, because he shot somebody way the F over there. Alright. Drienne. I would love it. You know what we've never done with Drienne, at least not successfully? The point blank shot. So what we're going to do is... Drienne, can you... Oh, Polly's there, of course. Okay, you know what? Godfisher Keeper, God love you. You know, you're going to be where you are. Let's have Drienne come up here. And then I think we're just going to have Drienne bank those last points because they've got high cover. As Marketar says, if I mess up and die, that's one thing. But if it's a bug and it's not my fault, then it's really annoying. Agreed. Like, honestly, I have... If I get a sense that I can't trust a game to, like, respect my progress, I will... Because you can't deal with it in good faith then. So we're also going to set up Blobby Blah on an ambush shot because he's got lots of action points, and for every action point is plus 5% hit chance. He's got a really good shot from where he is. Marshal Quan, same... Oh boy, that's a lot of... Yeah, let's have Marshal Quan come around for some flanking. Now, Marshal Quan gets a free shot, so let's take this one. And again, we're going to try to blind him. I've really fallen in love with this blinding rifle. Because it blinds on every shot. Like, for some reason, we just get very lucky rolls with it. And in other news, we're just going to set up an ambush shot where he is. Okay, Lucia. Lucia, you're going to come all the way up. Or maybe we'll have Lucia take this shot. Yeah, let's have Lucia try to kill this guy. Good. Wow, I think she hit him. I think Lucia hit her in the neck because she was really like grasping on the way down. All right, and let's just defend because she's only got low cover. Yeah, Devin, other... Oh, boy. Running Mia all the way up here. But if we run up here, yeah, Mia gets a shot on this guy. And that person's demoralized. So yeah, Mia, do Thundering Strike on this guy. Uh-oh. Okay, it did not occur to me that they might have set up their own ambush shot.
Scream! Let the gods hear! Your kite
Shit.
awaits!
Mia got stunned. Azric, do it. Did Azric miss his shot?
On high!
Wow, okay. Oh, what I was going to say to Devin is another Warhammer game that I would love to play is Vermintide. It's been out for a while. It seems very, very much of a, like it seems very multiplayer focused. So that's another shot to it. Nuts. So we want to move Azric up, and I'd love to move Azric up in a way that is going to preserve at least 2 points. Yeah, because he can't fire on this round. Okay, and now just go ahead and prepare. Okay. Drienne. Yeah, Drienne, why don't you come up here? Oh, by the way, Devin, you know another game that I'm really looking forward to that wouldn't have been shown at State of Play or whatever? Baldur's Gate 3. There's actually, like... I want to play the Knights of the Old Republic remake for sure. I would like to play... gosh, there's something else that's coming out. But Larian Studios is doing Baldur's Gate 3, and there is no better studio that I'd be more excited about for that license and that studio. That is the perfect combination. I am so looking forward to that, and I don't talk about it. I'm not like in on the like the beta because I'm gonna wait for the whole thing to come out. But man, am I excited for it. Do I want to do Torrent Strike? I don't think so because we don't need the extra width. All right, we only hit one of them, but it was a free hit. Drienne, do another shot, if you would. Wait, do we get a third shot with Drienne? Oh my god. Okay, keep going, man. All right, and now Drienne is going to defend, I think. A little bit of extra dodge for Drienne. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. You've got a really good position, and you took an awesome shot on that guy. Thing is, that guy's bleeding, and... like, I just don't perceive them as doing that much damage, and that guy's out of range. Darn it. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Move up slightly. Stay behind your high cover. And, shoot this guy. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, let's save those last 2 points. Okay, this guy took a lot of damage and is also blinded. So, if we come... I'm just looking at the percentages. Yeah, it turns out that if we step right there, we have maximum ability to hit this guy. So we're just going to do this with our non-blinding rifle. There's our free attack. So that means that he can continue to move. These mountain goats aren't going to bother me, right? Look at Marshall Kwan getting all the flanking shots. Devin the Nugget says, I find the games I like now are similar to the ones I played when I was around 8, but some have changed. Did you always like more strategy-based games, or did you, over time, develop a like and appreciation for them as time went on? I liked strategy games from a relatively young age. The first one I can remember playing is a little game called XCOM. The original XCOM. There's like Enemy Unknown, and then... I'm trying to remember, but the original XCOM. That was a turn-based strategy game that was very difficult, and as a little kid, I played it on the easiest difficulty rather, and I did beat it. Like, I was very young, but I did beat it. I've always liked adventure games. I played... Hold on. I very much doubt that they're going to flame Mia. Oh! Died healing his friend. Okay, this guy's got a lot of armor, because our friends aren't doing any damage to them at all. Star Control 2 was another early example of a game that I played. Star Control 2 was one of those games that I would play, make it to a certain point. I was young, so I'd sort of get bored or confused, and then I'd come back to it the next year, and 6 months after that, and, 18 months after that, and eventually beat it. No hint guides, no cheats, no help from others. I beat the whole game. And if you were to play Star Control 2 now, you might not think of that as being much of an achievement, but I mean, to me at that age it was, and I really loved it. Interesting. Devin the Nugget is not familiar with Baldur's Gate. So, I don't think... Well, let me see if I can finish this guy off. So this guy's currently bleeding. That means that we get a guaranteed critical hit with Mia's blunt weapon. Yeah, remember that about being flayed alive? How does that feel?
Ronnie just confirmed the destruction of a godfisher camp. Thanks, Rangers.
Didn't do it for you. Okay, let's loot real quick. So, Baldur's Gate was a sprite-based isometric take on 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons, which at the time that it came out was in my view, the most faithful adaptation of the second edition D&D rules that there had been. And it was great. And then Baldur's Gate 2 came out, and it was even better. These games were massive. They had a morality system. They had most, if not all, of the primary classes represented in the game. They had all of the feats. They had the THAC0 system. They had gorgeous hand-drawn artwork. Like, today, they look very primitive, but at the time, they were incredibly gorgeous. And it was this vast world with all of these interconnected maps with hidden things to find and traps and NPCs to talk to and shops to go to and spells to learn.
Hey, traveler. Why not visit Denver, the cultural center of free Colorado? Warning, dangers in Denver include hostile wildlife, scavenging thugs, Reagan-worshipping fascists, rusty nails, collapsing buildings, and background radiation. Denver, the jewel of the North.
So, here's a little bit of a question. How would I get to this? Blah-blah-blah. Do you have any sort of shot on this? Hold on, I'm gonna F5 it because that fight went really well. Blah-blah-blah. Can you attack this thing? Yeah, if this doesn't fire, then I'm not gonna do this. But also, even if I, do this, would a grenade knock this down? It appears to be made of stone. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do this, but I think that we might need a grenade or something to knock it down. Hold on. Everybody back off. Yeah. Okay. I saved it. So here's what I want to do. I want to see if I can blow up that wall with a grenade. Okay. That did nothing. So I'm gonna reload because I don't want to waste a grenade. Oh, Markintosh has to go to sleep. Markintosh, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sorry to hear about Hard Space Shipbreaker, but hopefully the next session goes better. And now I know, thanks to you, that if I get that bug, I will try equipping or making use of the split saw. So thank you for sharing that experience. I'm going to try it from here. Here's where I thought that maybe I could blow it up. See how it's like highlighted? No, this is immune to that damage. Hold on. I'm not even sure that I will do this even if I can. Yeah, wait. Mia, you've got like a big hammer. Can you like beat this down with your big hammer? No. Okay, just out of curiosity. Oh, okay, that worked. Okay, did blah 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 waste some fire? Yeah. Sorry to like save scum this, but I'm gonna save scum this because I don't want to waste resources trying to figure out how the game engine works. But anyway, so Devin, also Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 had an awesome story. Like, I really enjoyed the story. Here's a fact that I've talked about on occasion on a stream. Baldur's Gate 2 had one of the at that time one of the hardest decisions that I had ever been asked to make in a video game. When the choices came up and I saw what I was being asked to choose between, I had to stand up and walk away from the computer for a while because I was really thinking about what I wanted to do. And don't misunderstand, it wasn't like tears streaming down my face, but it was like, I really don't know what is the right thing to do here. And I was so invested in the story that I really had to think about it. And I didn't want to save scum it. I have varying degrees of my willingness to like reload a game, and like on the hardest or on like the highest level, it'll be something like when I played Disco Elysium, where I wouldn't reload for any reason. Whatever happened. And if I reached a point where I was unable to continue with the game, then that was my playthrough. I did not reload except for when I died. Like, I died like once, I think. I want to say there were 2 occasions where I reloaded, and I think that one of them was in response to an obvious bug, and one of them was when I died, and like, okay, so I'm gonna continue and just make a different choice from that, because otherwise the whole playthrough was over. But that was awesome, and I loved it. But I didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to, like, reload in Disco Elysium, and I didn't want to reload in Baldur's Gate 2. So, like, I really, really thought about it. Baldur's Gate 3, as far as I know, is going to take place in the same universe, but with a different rule set and a whole new story. Like, a completely different time period. So you will not have needed to play either of the 2 previous Baldur's Gate game, and if anything that you see here, any part of this adventure, like forgive my play and like, you know, I'm talking with chat and stuff, but if anything about this level of tactical combat and like stat-based choices and special abilities that you unlock based on decisions that you make, if any of that seems interesting, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to have that and more. I have so much confidence in that project. It is difficult to overstate. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, Mia, if you will. There's not been any other cases that I'm aware of where there were destructible pieces of the environment. Now, why does a bladed weapon get through the, like, stone wall in a way that the blunt weapon doesn't? I don't know, but that's what we're doing. Also, since we're not recently fighting robots, I should probably switch Mia's secondary weapon back to her clown hammer. Yeah. Equip secondary. There we go. Okay, now, blah blah blah. Please light this on fire with your flamethrower. Yeah, Baldur's Gate, the elevator pitch for it is Dungeons and Dragons party-based role-playing with, fingers crossed, a really good story. But, like, Larian, the reason, like, one of the reasons that I'm so excited about it is that Larian did Divinity Original Sin 2, which is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. It's so good. I've talked about that game in relation to this one because of how... Oh, interesting. The sensor analyzes light frequencies around the user, making it easier to spot fine details and hidden objects. Well, I don't think we're going to give that to Azaric, but we can give it to somebody else who doesn't have a utility item. Then we've got a blunt weapon that is not very good, some ammo, and some mods. Okay, so hold on. Let's decide who we're going to give some extra perception to. Yeah, well, I want this critical chance utility on Azaric. It's only 3%, but critical hits are what solves the day. Drienne's got that stethoscope, so I'm kind of feeling like... Also, do these things get their own... Is it under miscellaneous? Pelt of Proposal. Some Cabbage Patch Dolls. No, you know what? I think that the utility items might be... Yeah, just in the all category, which is going to make them tough to find. Okay, well... Yeah, we picked that stuff up. Here it is. So the optical spectrometer. Let's give this to Blobbity Blah, because sometimes I'm running around with Blobbity Blah, and then suddenly there's like an explosion, and that sucks. Blobbity Blah helps to disarm traps, so I would like him to have very high perception if possible. And we don't need... Oh, wait, we can level up Drienne. So as I'm doing this, Devin is saying... Yeah, Markintosh is saying... Markintosh is turning in, but says, for today it's enough, but hopefully tomorrow he'll play some more hard space. Devin Nugget saying, a fun fact I just remembered. There's a weapon in the game you picked up a bit ago that's a hammer and a bomb on it. In Mexico, they celebrate a specific festival, I can't remember the name, where the people of the community set off fireworks and also attach basically gunpowder to sledgehammers and proceed to slam them into the ground. And I'm sure that you can guess results. Really? I've not heard of this. I would have to see what happens. It sounds like if it's improperly proportioned, it would be incredibly dangerous. Let's increase Drienne's... Yeah, on the next level, Drienne gets an extra action point, which is awesome for Drienne because then they can move and heal more efficiently. We're going to go over to skills. Wait, no, we're going to go to perks, because I'm trying to remember if we had something specific picked out for Drienne's next perk. Emergency response is always welcome. But I think we wanted this level 7 barter ones. Junk items, not including scrap, have a 5% chance at being sold for 40 times their value. I would like level 7 of barter, please. Yep, because now we can maybe have Drienne use their combination of a good eye for quality and their charisma to hopefully get a whole bunch of extra cash. Okay, that was easy. Devin says, Baldur's Gate sounds very cool. Would you say that's your first experience with what sounds like a permadeath system? So, interestingly, like permadeath wasn't necessarily a major thing in Baldur's Gate, but it could happen. If a character died, just died, and also XCOM would have been my first encounter with a permadeath system. I don't remember if it had a built-in Iron Man mode, but if a character died in XCOM, you had to reload because they were gone. They were gone, you would not get them back. There was no resurrection option. In Baldur's Gate, if a character died, you could pay usually an exorbitant amount of money, if I remember correctly, to bring them back to life. But if they were killed in certain ways, if they were killed on a critical hit, they would explode. And then they were gone. You can't resurrect chunks of meat sitting on the ground. They're gone. If a character was petrified, they also, I believe, were dead, and you couldn't get them back. And I want to say if they... There might have been one other way they could get, like, mind controlled out. Also, so I want to listen to the tape. in the original Baldur's Gate, and I suspect in the sequel, although I didn't do much with this system, your party members had their own natural alignments. So if you went around adventuring with evil-aligned characters because you wanted their ability set, but you went around and did good things, the evil characters would eventually say, "You're goody two-shoes, we hate you," and they would attack. And they would leave the party and they would attack you on the spot. And depending on where and when you were, this could be incredibly disastrous. There had never been anything like that in a game that I've played before. I'm not sure that I've seen exactly that in a game since. There are games like this one. Actually, in this game, if you do too much that's against the party members, the NPCs' morality, they will leave the party. I don't know if they will attack you. But yeah, I would say XCOM was for sure my first, as far as I can remember, the first encounter that I had with a game where like what had become a major named character for you could die, and the game would just continue on, and you were just that much diminished. Let's listen to what comes after.
You ever wonder, like, what you'd do if the world ended?
You mean, like, some kind of apocalypse or something?
Yeah, like, the world explodes, civilization collapses. What do you do?
I mean, obviously, you've got to grab the planetary fragments that give you the best chance of survival.
Obviously. But which ones? Like, do you start with one that's got a bunker on it? Or go for one that's got a lot of water?
Nah, man. You gotta think big. Go for the fragments that still got, like, nukes and shit. Then you can conquer everyone else's fragments and take their stuff.
Whoa, that's pretty hardcore.
Post-apocalypse ain't for the weak, man.
I still, to this moment, have no idea what that blurp is. Okay, so we have completely eradicated this Godfisher camp, right? Yes. Another early encounter with a strategy game, by the way, was, of course, Warcraft 2, Command and Conquer. I remember the first time that I saw, like, a trailer for Command and Conquer. It was incomprehensible to me what, like, that combination of full motion video and animation and like real-time strategy and like a tech tree and stuff. The actual game proved to be a lot more comprehensible, a lot more basic, and I don't mean that in a negative way, than like what the trailer had shown off. But I was like, what is this game? I remember like really having my mind blown by that. Okay, so this is subsystem 3. Yeah, so this is 3 of 3. So if we want to disable the Reagan death ray statue, this would be the third point that we would come and do. Urine and snow, we've already done that. Okay, yep, there's another group of guys back here. This is what we were hesitating to do. Oh, and it actually auto-saved for us. Devin says that sounds like the greatest morality system ever applied in a game. If Baldur's Gate has that in the third installment, it would be insane. That concept of your party members turning on you based on their own lives, essentially, is extremely intriguing to me. So, in Baldur's Gate, the original Baldur's Gate, the morality system went a little bit beyond that, there was more to it, where if you made evil choices in the game, eventually the authorities would start coming after you. And mechanically what that meant is that anytime you traveled between map zones, there was a percentage chance that like a group of guards would spawn and attack you. Like, oh, bounty hunters found us, and then there would be a fight for that. But like, that's all it... and like I think that shops would refuse to do business with you because you were notorious and stuff. But if you think about it, functionally speaking, in a game like that, it makes the game increasingly unplayable. like, yeah, you can reach a power level where you can defeat the guards, but if you can't shop anywhere, and like you can't enter towns without being attacked on sight by all of the guards, the game is borderline unplayable. So, like, it was a really interesting idea that I don't think that... So this was all done by BioWare. Hey, you know BioWare, the guys that used to do things like Mass Effect and Dragon Age and stuff? I guess they're doing another Dragon Age now. But Baldur's Gate is where they started. Like, fun fact, the name BioWare came from the fact that it was originally supposed to be a medical software company. And that's why, like, the two... Like, it was founded by two doctors. Sorry, I keep forgetting that it doesn't actually pause when I go into there. BioWare was founded by two doctors who started up this medical software and support company. And when they didn't really get a lot of traction with it, they said, well, I like Baldur's Gate. I like Dungeons and Dragons. What if we did a video game about Dungeons and Dragons? And we sort of did it in the Forgotten Realms and... Like, let's show TSR. I think it was TSR at the time. I'm not sure. I think it was TSR. Let's show them what we've got and see if maybe we can make a video game about Dungeons and Dragons. And that's BioWare. It's very funny to me that it really wasn't their primary goal at first. Oh my God, Mia. Just fucking yeet him. Okay, so Mia got to take her swing. Lucia is not behind the cover that I would have liked for her, and also not within range. Okay, this isn't great. Let's have Lucia move up so that she is within range, and then she'll take this... Well, hold on. Let's see if we can possibly get a trick shot, because that would give her some more action points. Killed him. And got a full thing. So now, I love her trick shot. I love it when we pull it off, at least. So the trouble is, Lucia can't do very much with her handgun from where she is, and she can't move up at all. So I'm going to have her kneel down to get a little bit of a defense bonus, and then what we're going to do is set up an ambush shot with her, her real gun. Her gun. Ambush. So that's all me, like, saying that the system in Baldur's Gate was conceptually neat. In practice, it needed some tweaking before it, like, it basically highly incentivized you to play a neutral or good character, because anything else and you'd reach a point where the game was difficult to navigate. Okay, we're gonna move Marshal Quan up here. That gives him his free attack. Flensing ice. Well, I think we know the deal here. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can I blow up this barrel? Okay. I like that. Now let's see if we can blind this dude. Okay. Currently standing in fire and blinded. I'll take it. And we're going to defend because he is not in a very good position. And I want to say, like, the manual for Baldur's Gate, like... Oh, shoot. I really should have, healed Mia before we started this. Fortunately, she'll be okay. But yeah, one thing that I've heard about Baldur's Gate 3, which is not in any way a spoiler, is that the maps are very vertical. Like, there's a lot of, like, height differences that you can take advantage of. Hello to Fox McCloud, who says, Command and Conquer, yes. Yep, I was there. I can proudly say that I was there when Kane showed up. And if you know, you know. Like, I remember that cutscene being like, oh my god. Yeah, what's the name of the guy that plays Kane? Oh, I don't remember, but he was like one of the developers on Command and Conquer. And then fun fact about Command and Conquer, never enjoyed it. No, that's not true. I liked Red Alert. Red Alert and Red Alert 2 were fun, but in terms of like Tiberium's Sun, and like, didn't they do a third one of like the main Command and Conquer game? Never enjoyed them again. I could just never enjoy them after that. I just... The real-time strategies genre was pushed so far by so many other companies that it just, like Westwood Studios just wasn't feeling it from there. So Mia must push up. It's in her genetics. She has to do it. Drienne is capable of getting up here. Okay, yes, Drienne, if you could, heal up Mia. And then, I don't think that there's anything that Drienne can do, but we can take cover behind here. Okay, Mia, let's return to you. So, this guy's fucked. Like, this guy has 3 NPCs up his ass. Major Tomcat, Polly, and Clone. So Godfish Watcher isn't going to be able to do anything else with their time. So, I think instead, we're going to have Mia start to, like, come down here. Take a knee. Yeah, and actually she's already down. And let's dodge. Okay. Azaric, our best sniper, has no shot from where he is. So we're gonna have him... Oh, hold on. We gotta clear the chamber here. Lucia. Lucia got off her ambush shot, by the way. It wasn't bad. Let's have Lucia come up here. And can we shoot this guy? We can, with a very, very high degree of accuracy as well. Shoot him right in the head. Got it. Okay, that actually ends combat because the rest of the party, the rest of the Godfishers, didn't know that we were up here. So let's do some looting. Devin says, my phone died, so if you answered my question, I didn't hear it or don't remember. So let's circle back. Devin is saying if Baldur's Gate has that in the third... okay. So, was there a different question? Because, Devin, the last message that I have prior to the phone dying is just that, oh, it was, no. Yeah, so, Devin, which question would it have been? Because I may not have seen the question. Foxcloud is saying Red Dead Redemption 2 constantly had bounty hunters after you. They were good money. Yeah, see, that's... Like, in that game, it works because, first of all, the bounty hunters are something that you can see and avoid. Secondly, shops don't, like, just stop doing business with you and stuff. The system in Baldur's Gate, the first one, was a little bit too draconian. And I remember looking up, like, right in the manual, I think it said... I think in the manual that, like, okay, if your party member is true neutral, they don't like it if you go, like, completely good, but they will hate it if you go evil and they will attack you. If an enemy, if a character is evil, they'll attack you if you get too good, and if they're good, then they'll attack you if you get too evil. But that point about neutrality was very important because one of my favorite party members. That's another thing, Devin, in Baldur's Gate. You by default you created your like player character, but then the other characters in your party you met in the world. Like you'd be going along and find a character who could join your party, and you wouldn't necessarily know very much about them until they joined the party. And one of my favorite characters was Jaheira the Druid, and Jaheira, as most druids were, as I think all druids were in second edition, Jaheira was true neutral. So I wanted Jaheira in the party, and I needed to thread that. I wanted to make sure that she wasn't going to get mad and attack me. Fishing hook kite design. Hastily sketched designs for a kite with a giant fish hook where the tail would normally be. A note beside the drawing reads, "Why bait the kites when we have no hooks to catch the gods?" Okay, I'm not sure if that's junk. It doesn't actually sound like a crafting recipe. Okay, let me F5 it. And I want to see what happens if Mia repairs this valve. The valve is... Oh, hold on. This wasn't great decision making. But let's see how it works out. Okay, so Azaric is the only one who can do anything, and I have a feeling he can do something really cool. So yeah, Azaric, why don't you take your shot, and we are going to shoot this man directly in the head. Yep, there we go. Was that Lucia? It was Lucia. Because of course it was Lucia, because it's always Lucia. Also, Fox McCloud was asking, wait, they can still hit you, you can still hit them if they spot you? I guess. Okay, so Lucia's down. Yeah. I need to figure out what's going on with Lucia, because we need better armor for her dodging or something. It's really bad. Devin said, unfortunately, the only games I can say that I've ever played with a morality system are any of the Infamous games, which I really wish they would do something with. Second Son was meh, but appreciated. I've not played much of Second Son, but I was really impressed by what I saw. I didn't realize it was basically a Nightcrawler simulator. Not really, but it feels that way with the ability to phase through solid matter on a whim. And Devin has played Red Dead as well. That's really good. Okay, sorry, I'm just sort of thinking about what we want to do here. I would love to get Blah in close enough to light them all on fire. So I think that is exactly what we're going to do. Blah, show me the spread on your... Wait, we're not... Oh no, guys, I think we're out of Blah ammo. Whoops. We might have to craft some more. So let's look at the spread on his flamethrower. I'm not going to fire it off right here. But yeah, I feel like then if we go to about here, he should be able to light all these fools on fire. This will be the first time that we're just straight up out of ammo. But Blah does chew a whole bunch of it up. So he missed 2 of them. 2 of the 3 guys he missed there. Okay, Drian. I don't want to move too far from Lucia. Do we have a shotgun shot here? Not really. Do we have a torrent strike from here? No. Do we have a pistol shot from here? Little bit. No, they're out of range, actually. Okay, well, only a 31% chance to hit with the pistol and 63% with this. Yeah, take the shot. Okay, so Marshal Quan, as we've seen, has some real shooting abilities here, or like flanking abilities. Let's have him come up, take a shot since he gets it for free. Good, not a lot of damage, but... And now we can actually continue him on his path and get behind some cover, and we're going to save those last 2 points. Okay, Mia is actually at full health, so that's good. Mia can come up and kill God Fisher Watcher, which I actually like that plan very much. Yeah, that person's not actually on fire. They're just standing next to a burning trash can. Okay. Mia, here's what we're gonna do. I would like you... No, we don't need to do the bleeding strike. Yeah. Yep, come on up here. And kill this guy for us. And that gives me some more hit points. So now... Or sorry, movement points. Yeah, let's see if we can mess this guy up who has a, Yeah, we're only going to get the 1 shot. So that's going to do that much damage. And if we switch to the Clown Hammer, Clown Hammer is going to be this much damage. Yeah, Clown Hammer is great when they're bleeding, but since we're not there yet... Jeez, that was a good hit. And he's poisoned. All right, Mia, well done. Can you finish him off? Fox McCloud is saying Kane was Joseph David Kucan. Kucan? K-U-C-A-N is what he's saying. Devin is... Oh, sorry. Then Carolyn is saying, shouldn't a proper true neutral hit you equally if you went completely good or completely evil. Caroluna, I think that the balance there, like you would think that if they're truly, genuinely, earnestly neutral, then yes, they would have similar feelings of animosity towards anybody that went too far to one side. But because Jaheira is, to my memory, the only true neutral party member. Oh, Azaric! I'm very disappointed. Yeah, we're just gonna save that last point. Oh, these cryo grenades. But yeah, I think that what it comes down to is that the way morality tends to work in the video game space is that you're just naturally, I think, going to gravitate towards one extreme or the other. And I feel like if that were the case, that after a certain point, like, Jaheira would just attack you. And also, Jaheira, it turns out, became like a canonical part of the story. Jaheira is one of the returning characters that will be there in Baldur's Gate 2, which, by the way, is not a spoiler. Like, by the way, she doesn't if you kill her. Like, if Jaheira dies in Baldur's Gate, then she will not appear in Baldur's Gate 2 when you import your game. But other than that, she's one of the returning characters who is available. She was a very popular character, and I certainly liked her. I've every Baldur's Gate run I've ever done had Jaheira in it. Now, Jaheira had an associate named Khalid, and Khalid sucked. Khalid was a very bad fighter. He was like a fighter with like a strength of like 14 or something like that. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, and he wouldn't do any damage to it if he did. Now, there's a problem with that, though. Khalid and Jaheira were a package deal in the original Baldur's Gate. If you wanted Jaheira, you had to take Khalid. If you kicked Khalid out of the party, like if you talked to Khalid and said, hey, listen, man, things just aren't working out, you gotta go, he'd say, okay, I understand. By the way, wife, come with me. And Jaheira would say, yeah, I'm out of here. So she would also leave. So, yeah, that's me. I probably should have done the stunning strike, but whatever. Azaric, come on. Oh, maybe we should fire it on this guy, because Azric's got a really good shot on him. But not enough to kill. Okay. Prepare. Okay. I do really feel like Clone is going to take on Godfisher Penitent. I'm not that worried about it. And instead... Wait. Okay, no, Mia has full health. For a second, I looked at her bar, and it looked like it was empty. Okay. Drien. Let's have you... I'm not a big fan of any of these options. Mostly because they don't have any cover. Okay, so this does have cover. Okay, Drien, come up here. And then this person's poisoned and demoralized. But we've got... No, actually, we've got a really good shot on this person as well. So, is it any better with Frostbite, the pistol? Not really. Nope. Okay, so regular shotgun blast, please. Okay, and... Yeah, Bloody Blah's really light on ammo. It sucks. Only a 20% chance to hit there. 64% chance there. No, Bloody Blah, let's move up. We're gonna get some flanking going on. Okay, and Marshal Quan. Come up here so we get a free attack. Well, I mean, this guy's pretty messed up. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and bank those last 2 points just in case. Okay. I neglected the possibility that that guy in the back there might go after Azaric. Okay, Azaric, I don't Yeah, Azric, his accuracy actually drops off when the enemies are too close. We can move one tile, which will increase it slightly. Yep, that was a miss. A rare miss from Azric. Okay, Drienne. I'm feeling very uncomfortable about what happens to Azric next. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I don't know that we can get... Oh, no, we can. Blah, blah, blah has one more shot. One more burst. Oh, God. Okay. Marshal Quan. Wow, thank goodness for Marshal Quan's mobility here. I really want to save his precision strike until a larger combat.
It's the last of the Godfisher encampments. But Ronnie says there's still a roving warband nearby, somewhere. Be careful, Rangers.
Sorry, Fox McCloud was saying, oh, so just to finish off the Jaheira and Khalid story, it turns out there was a little bit of a gap in the design. If you removed Khalid from the party because he was dead, then Jaheira would not react. So, like, again, if you talked to Khalid and said, you're literally the worst party member in the game, and I don't want to have you here anymore, then he would take Jaheira with him. But if Khalid died, he couldn't say anything to Jaheira, at which point he wouldn't be there, and Jaheira would just, like, not acknowledge the fact that her dearly departed husband was now, in fact, completely departed from the party. So the thing that every single person who played Baldur's Gate, the first Baldur's Gate did, and I mean everybody who ever played the game, even for 5 minutes, did this. They picked up Khalid and Jaheira. They stripped every piece of gear off of Khalid, and they walked him off into some wolves. That was the end of Khalid. And in fact, this is true. In Baldur's Gate 2, they canonically said Khalid's dead. It was very funny. Like, it wasn't played as a joke by any stretch of the imagination. Like from a story perspective, like, they have Jaheira, like, bereaved and sad. Like, none of these are spoilers. They all happen, like, in the first 3 minutes, and none of it is actually necessary depending on how you play the game. But it was endlessly funny to me that the developers decided to canonically kill off Khalid. He does not return in the second game. And again, if anybody's, like, concerned about spoilers from a game that's, like, literally from, like, 1994, Khalid sucks. I'm saving you a lot of time and energy trying to figure out how to make this this dude useful in your party. He's terrible. His stats are awful. He picked the wrong profession. He should have been like a farmer or something. He's just not cut out for adventuring. Oh, by the way, Lucia picked up a new wound. Yeah, con minus 20%. The one thing that we don't need from Lucia is easier deaths. But sorry. Fox McCloud said, a full frontal attack with your strongest forces should render their military center of operation... Bang. Yes, I power shifts more quickly than some people think. Gun hitting the desk. I am Kane. I wouldn't have recognized the dialogue, but yes, I am Kane. I remember it clearly. Map with overlay. Pre-war map of Denver overlaid with the transparency of Mikhail Gorbachev. Someone has circled the points where his port wine stain overlaps important buildings. A note reads, is it coincidence that these buildings were destroyed? Harold, is it? Okay, and that is everything in the area. There's like a little ice piece here, but there doesn't look like there's anything inside of it. Okay, so we're going to lockpick this door because we get some experience points for doing it. I want to go around the long way because I thought that was going to be more interesting. And it was. We sort of found the back way in and had the high ground. And now, hold on, let me just make sure that Mia's the only one who comes over for this. What was this valve supposed to be? The valve has been deliberately jammed. Attempting to unblock it could burst a pipe at the juncture point, spraying everything beneath it with icy water. Well, let's do it. I guess. Okay. That seemed anticlimactic, but what, if anything, is this? This is nothing. Okay, maybe before we did whatever we did, that would have, like frozen all the dudes or something. I figured it was going to have some environmental effect, but it doesn't look like... Doesn't look like anything happened after the combat, anyway. Okay. Let's F5 it, because it's been a disturbingly long time since we've saved it. Oh, Fox McCloud also doesn't know what that does. Yeah, so Fox McCloud, you've seen enough of this to probably know. One thing that I love about this game, and to an even greater extent in Divinity Original Sin 2, is the fact that you can, like... It feels like cheating. Oh! Okay, it's a diggable. Sorry. That alarm was... I thought it was a trap. Some handgun ammo. Okay, but for real, though, before I forget. Yeah, blah 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 is dead out of ammo. That's it. There's no more. Let's reload his... thing. But we need some more whatever ammo this is. So let's see if we can just remind ourselves what it is. Here's the coming storm. And it takes 7.62 millimeter ammo. 7.62, 762, I don't know how you say that. But we need some more of that. So let's go to crafting. Ammunition. Yeah, so we can build a lot of this out of the scrap that we have. So, yeah, let's craft... let's not go nuts. Let's craft like 10. Because I think that's 10 bursts, isn't it? Reload. No, that's only one. So if I wanted to do more of that, I'd need 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, yeah, I'm not going back to town right now, and I'm not going to rely on finding more. So let's get him one more. So we're going to go to this... Craft. Wait, let me just double check. Yes, this craft 50. Done. We've never run out of ammo before. And that actually leaves a little bit left over, which... Sure. Carolina says 762 is, I think that's the same ammo that went to the only weapon I've ever shot in real life. I have shot a couple different rifles in real life. It's fine. You know. I have no memory at all of what ammunition they would have taken. I don't think I ever knew. I was taught how to chamber a bullet and take aim and fire, and I did that, and probably, I don't remember being any good at it all. But it's just like, it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go to the machine commune. We are not gonna go to the machine commune. We are instead going to save it, because much like we... Hold on. Sure, let's just overwrite Denver Ruins here. So, this was a very combat-focused session, which is good, because last session was very, very much about, talking. So, I was glad to get some combat in this time, and the reason I don't want to go into the machine commune is that just like I wasn't, like, originally planning to save and continue during the, like, exploration of the Reagan compound, I don't want to, like, do part of a new area. We're right at the map boundary. We know exactly where we're going to go next time. I'm probably going to heal Lucia, but even then, what we've heard about the machines is that they will heal you up for free. So I kind of want to see if that's true, and maybe we can save some healing on the way through. Guys, this was an extremely fun stream. I'm very glad that Devin the Nugget was here again. Great conversation, very interesting questions. Devin, if you come around again, I promise I will give some more thought to games that I'm excited for that are coming up, and I think that we're going to learn a lot more about them in the coming weeks, because we are into what used to be E3 season, and we are expecting some major game shows to come up. As a rule, I don't like to watch trailers for things that I know that I'm already going to play, like The Quarry, but I'm perfectly happy to watch the trailer for something that I don't even know what it is, because how are we going to know what you're interested in? So, yeah, as Carol Luna said, E3ception. Yeah, like the Summer Games Fest is coming up next, and that's expected to have a whole bunch of stuff. There's also a Microsoft and Bethesda showcase that is reportedly going to be a fairly lengthy show. If I were to guess, that might be our first real look at Starfield, but who knows? And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what I don't expect to see, but I would be enthralled. Dishonored 3. Dishonored was such a good game. Dishonored is so good. Dishonored 2 is better. Like, it's better in every way, and you're like, how did they even take something that was that good and make it better? But they nailed it. I have a lot of faith in Arcane Studios. Just like I'm excited for Baldur's Gate 3 from Larian, I want to play more first-person games. I hesitate to call them shooters or action games or RPGs, but Arcane Studios like Prey is so good. Dishonored is so good. I've heard awesome things about Deathloop. Like, I want to know what they're up to, and they fall under the Bethesda umbrella, so I'm very hopeful that we'll see something from them as well. And that, for people watching in the VOD at some future date, is just a couple thoughts on things that I'm hoping for E3 in quotations 2022, and we will hopefully follow up in future episodes about other stuff that we're hoping for. Let's go find somebody fun to raid, I think, and we will see you guys again very soon. Until next time, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.